I have not recorded off a phone in a very long time. I'm not going to pretend this was a smooth fucking opening. These guys have been here for like a fucking hour. I couldn't get my own shit together. I really appreciate y'all. SlowBurnCrew.
What's up?
What up?
So there was a part of me that was like, I want to do an interview with each of you, like individually. And then I said, nah, I can't do that after I went to your show and I saw the energy that both of you guys bring, right? But for the camera, for the people who are watching, if you guys could very quickly, so I could put it right here at the bottom, tell them who you are, what your ad is, and then we'll go into the SlowBurnCrew stuff. So
Very
real
quickly?
quick. Yeah, we'll start.
Ladies and gentlemen, I go by Mage Monroe.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I go by Mage Monroe. You can at me right there, Mage.Monroe. Part of SlowBurnCrew with my cousin here. He'll introduce himself as well, coming from Atwater, California, both of us.
Yep, my name is Donnie Blue. At it's just Donnie.
Okay.
Producer, artist, half of SlowBurnCrew, me and my cousin here.
I really appreciate that. I was calling you Mahi this whole time in my head.
Okay.
I'm not even going to try to lie and say I knew
Yeah.
it was me. So it's Mage.
Mage, yeah.
Like the
like-
wizard.
I was about to ask, like a wizard?
They say Mage, like pronounced like Mage the Wizard, but it's actually short for Major.
Okay.
But nothing short of Major.
Major. Nothing short of major. I like that.
That's good.
I like that a lot. So SlowBurnCrew, 209's finest. 209's finest. So where are y'all from? I don't know who wants to take the lead.
We're gonna speak at the same
Yeah,
time.
I got you.
Oh.
3, 2, 1.
Atwater.
Oh! Atwater, California.
Yeah.
Man, born in Merced because there's no hospital in Atwater.
I was going to say, do y'all just round up to Merced at that point?
No.
No.
No?
Proudly from Atwater. We're
Yeah.
not from Merced. We're from Atwater.
Okay. There's passion in that, so I got to ask. I'm not going to say what's the difference. There's obviously a difference. But, like, is there a reason for, like, we're from Atwater, not Merced?
I mean, not necessarily. It's just our hometown, bro. We didn't grow up. I mean, obviously, we would venture into Merced as we grew up because it's like Atwater and Merced. But I'll speak for myself. A majority of my life was spent in Atwater, just growing up in Atwater.
Yeah, same thing. Because we even have a smaller smaller town right next to us. It's called Winton, California.
Even smaller than Atwater.
Yeah.
So I met one person from Winton my entire life.
Yeah.
You met another one. You met Rob, right? Dubtown Rob.
Oh, shit. He's from Winton?
Yeah, he's from Winton.
Okay. I met somebody named Winton before.
Okay.
Oh, dang. Okay.
That's crazy.
Never met nobody named Winton. Okay. So but you guys have a particular pride about being from the area in general.
Yeah. We grew up in Atwater. I grew up separately, like 3 years of my life. I lived in Texas for a bit.
Okay.
From 1st to 3rd grade. I can't really tell you the ages. I don't remember.
Okay.
But 1st to 3rd grade, I moved out to Texas, Fort Worth, Texas. And I was there, came back. But Atwater, raised, Atwater made. We both went to Atwater High School.
Yeah.
We both went to elementary there. I think he might have went to a little bit differently.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I mean, my family moved between Atwater and Merced. So elementary.
A little bit of middle school?
I went my whole middle school in Merced for sure. My mom worked in Merced, so I did go to school in Merced, but grew up in Atwater.
Can you guys talk to me a little bit? And I'm jumping ahead, but I kind of want to paint the picture for the audience. When I grew up, I would say I grew up in Tracy, right?
Okay.
209. For those who don't know, Tracy is essentially like the midway between a bunch of different highways, the 99 and the 5 connected through the 120. It's like the midway point to the BART station that's to the Bay Area. I grew up out there, and a lot of people who are from Tracy, because I'm not from there, but I grew up there. A lot of people there say, "Oh, I'm from the Bay," or and they like spend their whole lives trying to get out of the 209.
Oh, okay.
You guys strike me like the 209 is a scene that you're trying to be a part of, but not just be a part of, but like kind of lead.
I think we just are a part of it, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think it'd be right if we said we're from the Bay. It's so far. I mean, Central Valley, I'm not familiar with Tracy, but Atwater, Merced, Winton area, it's a lot of farm, you know, agriculture.
Right.
So it's not the Bay at all. But we do get the culture comes down into the Central Valley, as you know.
Yeah. So my question for you is why is it so important, or is it so important for you guys to stay in that area?
Like, what do you mean?
As opposed to like the contrast is people that I know from whether it's Stockton, Tracy, Manteca, even all the way down to Fresno, right? They try to get out of their area. Fresno tries to go to LA. Everyone from like right here in Stockton, before Stockton had its own movement, they either try to go to Sacramento or they try to go to the Bay Area.
Okay.
So I guess my question for you guys is why not do that? Or if that is in your plans, what are your plans?
A one-word answer could really be just home. It's home. To express more on that is families from there. We grew up there. All of our friends. We grew up. It's a small town. Everybody knows everybody, and I can't really say that there's nothing to hate about it. Maybe people might complain that it's like boring or ain't stuff to do. I mean, that's on us to make it happen. That's on like you guys go to the Bay, you guys go to Sac, you guys are just giving them money.
Right.
Well, let's spend the money home-wise. Let's keep it here. Let's grow art cities. Let's keep it homegrown. And it's really just home. Like, Atwater's so home to us. I have no complaints about it.
It's not like we don't visit. We go to Sacramento and San Jose. We perform out there too, you know. We've met some great artists there too. But as of right now, I don't have any plans to move over there or anything like that. Like you said, I mean, even if I do move in the future, I know I'm going to end up back in Atwater, you know?
Home. Off camera, and we're going to get to this. Off camera, you guys were telling me a lot about originality. That's very important to you guys, is making sure that, hey, this is a thing. SlowBurnCrew is our thing, right? You guys are very original, very creative is the word that you guys were using. So I'm trying to tie in. If I had to ask you guys, dig deep, psychologically, why do you feel like, or where in your life do you feel like in your brain you learned originality, home, and creativity are important to me? Because before you, while you think about that,
I like this.
Hey, I do this. While you guys think about that, the reason I ask that is because a lot of what you guys said is a lot of people's stories where it's like, hey, you know, Stockton's home, but LA's where it's at, right? So a lot of people, I'm not going to say fold because everyone's situation is different, but that seems to be very important to you guys. And if I had to ask you, why do you think that is? Where in your life do you feel like you learned that from? That's what I'm asking.
All right.
I'm going to go first. Where did we learn like those like pillars of us, you saying?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think it just is. It's just something that I've always known.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something I'm like, oh, I chose these things that could be part of me.
It was never a choice.
Yeah, it just is. It just is who I am.
I respect that.
So I want to say these 209 towns, Merced, California, Atwater, California, Winton, even up here to Manteca, there's no doubt in my mind, we're really a melting pot of everything. There's so many people who just come down here. So now we got all types of races, all types of people, all types of culture. And it's all right here. I think it's so diverse in our area. There's areas who are not so fortunate in terms of financially. Some areas more like you literally cross a block over and now you're in the nice part. You know, now you got more bigger houses. People got more cars in their driveways. But like I said, you come back another block. Okay, you got the hoopties in the driveway. You got lawns not taken care of. You got buildings that are not really cared for anymore. But that really is what makes it like, we might be hella different in terms of maybe finances or whatever we go through, but we're all here. It's all home. We're all coming together. These are the people you grow up with at school. Like you go to school with the homies who are like, yeah, I can't really do that. I can't go with you guys. I don't got the funds for it, you know? But then you got the homies who are like, oh, it's good. Don't worry about it. I got all of y'all. Y'all could come with me. Don't worry about it.
Right.
And that's why I say, I think it's so dope that it's just, everybody's so different, but that doesn't change a thing. Everybody comes together no matter what.
I respect both of your guys' answers. The reason I'm doing this a little bit different, I typically ask people, hey, from the start, where did music come into your life? And I don't get into that with you guys. When I went to their show, for their most recent album, Frequent Flyers Volume 3.
Yep.
Okay. There's a tongue twister for me, so I had to make sure I said that right. When I went to their release party, everyone there had great energy. Every performer there. Shout out Mula, shout out Ace Boogie, shout out Aztec, shout out y'all. Am I missing anybody? The DJ?
DJ Lifestyle.
DJ Lifestyle, yeah.
DJ Lifestyle. Who was the MC?
That was Dubtown Rob.
Dubtown Rob. That's right. So, when I met everybody there, including you guys, one word stuck to my mind when I left that show. Integrity. Artistic integrity. Community integrity. That's what I get from you guys in a way that's not, like, I in my brand, I'm not afraid to admit it. I have to show that. I learned integrity. I sacrificed it and I learned it. For you guys, it seems like you said, it wasn't even like second thought. Not even on no hard shit. That was just what it is, right? You explaining it's originality, it's home, right? Both of you guys. So now, taking it back to music, where did music come into your guys' life in terms of the integrity of it? Like, when did you know music was important to you?
So for me, music was always in my life. Like, we come from a very musical family. They live, eat, breathe music. There's not a time where I didn't hear music from my grandma's house. Not a time where I wasn't being babysat by, like, we had this house right there in Atwater. It was our grandparents' house. Everybody in the family had their time there, whether it was living there or just like, oh, we're dropping the kids off there because we need to go do our thing. Grandma's gonna watch you guys. And it's just like, that's where it all comes down to. And so, like I said, so much diversity. I had a cousin who was into a lot of punk rock, a lot of rock, that was very rock influenced music coming through there. Even our aunts that were listening to more indie type of music. Now we also have cousins who are coming through and they're playing some oldies, some old school funk, or they're just playing that straight G funk. And that's where it kind of was like, okay, this is like identity.
It's crazy that you're saying this because, like, I can hear it. Like, I can hear your roots in your music, right? Stop what you're doing right now. Go check out Frequent Flyers 3, Volume 3, then come back to this interview. But I'm serious. Like, everything that you're saying, I can hear your influence through there.
Wow.
So thank you for answering the question. What about you, Donnie?
Let's see. For me, music didn't really, I'd say it didn't really start affecting me strongly. Like, it was a part of my life, obviously, like he was saying. We grew up, to me, music was just, yeah, we listen to music. Like, this is our life, I didn't give it I didn't delve into the thought of like, oh.
It wasn't like a deep thought. Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, we listen to music all the time. Oh, that's nice. I like that. It really changed when we started going to high school together. And then I would go to his apartment after school. His mom's apartment, I guess. And
I was like, damn, you got an apartment in high school?
His mom's apartment. Because it was walking distance. So we'd walk off of school, we'd get out of school, we'd walk to his apartment. And he showed me P-Rock and CL Smooth. And that was like the first time I was like mind blown by music. Just drum breaks and samples and hip hop in general,
Did like something, when you say mind blown, do you feel like something woke up?
Yeah, I mean, I was obsessed, dude. I was like, what is even happening? I've never heard anything like this ever in my life. And I needed to know exactly what was happening.
Okay, so at what age was that again? Remind me.
I was 14, 15.
14.
Freshman year, so
yeah.
14, I guess, around there.
14, 15. You said it's been there through your whole life.
Yeah. Even before that, I mean, I didn't find that music myself. I didn't just be like, check this out,
Right.
It was brought into my life by our older cousin. Shout out Mac G. He did put...
Shout out Mac G.
Shout out Mac G.
Mac G, man.
Mac G. I thought you were saying Matt G.
No,
Mac G.
Yeah, so he infested my PSP with a bunch of old school music, hip-hop, G-Funk, West Coast classics. Fell in love immediately. Did my own research and being like, okay, I love this. And then it's me and him were fucking... like, we never not hung out.
Right.
It was always like, we was tight as fuck every time. Like, since we were babies, there's baby pictures of us just still kicking it, We was always kicking it.
That's fire. So then at what age?
Oh, shit, okay.
Oh, no. Seriously, though.
Okay.
At what age did you say, no, I got to start making music? It's one thing to consume it and really appreciate it. But for someone in their brain to say, no, I have to start making this?
Yeah.
What age was that?
It was the same year. So 14 or, I mean, I don't remember. I'll just commit to 14 for right now.
Okay.
So it was 14. He showed me P-Rock and Seal Smooth. And every day he was showing me freaking Tribe Called Quest, he was Spice One, Warren G. Just every day, new people. I was like, what? Like, I was just getting freaking over flooded with all this great music, right?
Right.
And then at that point in high school, we had Chromebooks. They gave us free Chromebooks. Worst decision they could have done to the children. Anyways.
Why is that the worst decision?
Because it's just constant distraction.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Every day in class, YouTube rabbit holes, you know, just freaking watching Jay Dilla make beats, Pharrell in the studio, you know, it's just not paying attention at all.
Right.
So, and at home, we had Wi-Fi, so I was just researching in there. And then I came across an artist named John Bellion. You know who John Bellion is?
Yes, I do.
Crazy dude.
Very
Production,
talented.
vocals, everything. And it was when he was, I don't know if it was old footage at that point or if it was an album he had just released. I don't remember the album name. Anyways, it was a whole bunch of behind the scene footage of how he produced his album. And and this was the first time I seen somebody like speak a rhythm and then put it on the MPC. And then he's like, oh, I want the trumpet to do this. And then he's like, he calls the trumpet guy, hey, can you come? He's like, yeah, all right, do this. And he was like orchestrating this whole thing just from his
really
mind.
Fucking maestro right
exactly.
there. Yeah,
he's like, oh, I want the bass line to go like, and then he got the bass guy to come in and he did it. And I was like, what is happening? I'm like, I need to do this. This is crazy.
Yeah, man.
You know?
That's like a real God-given gift. So that's when you got inspired and said, I got to do this?
To create music. And you know what reminded me right now? Before that, I was already beatboxing. And I remember my mom got pissed at me because I was trying to do the dubstep fucking growl. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I can't do it. But I was practicing just every day, just like like just making crazy noises. And we were eating one time, and Mom was like, "Shut the hell up!"
So stop beatboxing at the table, bro.
And then from that point, I didn't do it anymore.
I've heard a lot of people beatboxing. I've never heard of someone saying, "I got a dubstep beatbox right now."
Dude, because I didn't get into it a lot because it was kind of like a short phase. But I was into like house and EDM for a little bit.
Yeah.
In middle school, and I was listening to like the Dead Mouse and freaking Zed and shit like that.
Okay.
So that's why and then I seen the beatbox competitions on YouTube. People were doing crazy shit like, I don't know what they were doing.
Dude, like,
it's insane. So I was doing that. But then my mom was like, shut the hell up. So I stopped. And then fast forward to that John Bellion thing. And then I remember seeing the Sugar Free. He was doing the pencil thing.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like practicing that in my room. I was like, how are they doing two different things with their hands, you know? And then got on Amazon. And I bought a drum pad, MPD 216.
Okay.
And
Bingo.
It was... Yeah. And then in my head, I'm like, oh, this looks like an MPC. I don't know. So I got it, right? And then I was like, wait, you need a computer? So it was only a MIDI controller.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know what these things were yet.
So you had to you didn't know about a DAW or any of that stuff.
Yeah. So I learned as a MIDI controller. And then I had gotten, I think I somehow finessed to get a $300 like cheap ass laptop from Walmart. And they still had like hard disks in them and shit. So I got that, and then I seen the software it comes with Ableton. I'm like, what the hell is Ableton? So I started looking into Ableton. I'm like, oh, this is how they make beats. This is how people make beats.
Right.
So it came with the trial Ableton. I got it downloaded. I remember it took like 8 hours. Because
to just understand it?
No, to download.
Oh.
Because it was so big and my laptop didn't have that much storage. I
Damn.
didn't understand RAM, nothing like this at this point.
And this is still 14.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
So this is happening. And then I got the drum pad to work. I was like, oh shit. And it comes with the stock sounds, stock drum kits. So I was like doing drum kits that comes with pianos. And I was like messing around with the pianos. It sounded like shit. And then I showed him what I was doing. And then I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, what I think I told you, I don't know what happened. From that point, it's kind of a blur. I just remember every day and night, I was just like trying to make beats, learning how to make beats.
Okay.
Like just hearing like a Jay Dilla beat, and I'm like, how does he do the swing?
Yeah.
You know, like how
trying
does he
to
chop
mimic it as best as you can.
Exactly. And I just never stopped.
Ever since that point. So
Yeah.
were you 14 as well when you started making music?
I was about 15, fully like solidified rapping, 16.
But
Yeah.
you were telling me off camera that you were writing poetry since
I
you
was,
were in
yeah,
elementary.
yeah.
So writing poetry.
Yeah, okay. So they had us do fictional narratives. They had us do papers a lot, it's school.
Right.
So teachers had always said like, oh, I love your writing. I love the way you tell stories. So from the jump, it was always writing, no matter what. And then poetry came into it after. So
What was the content? I gotta ask. What was the content of your early poetry?
it was a lot of like life. I feel like I was very troubled as a child. My parents didn't necessarily have the best relationship. Maybe in the beginning it was a lot of love, but there was a lot of grief in it too,
That you can remember.
Yeah. My pops was a very avid ladies guy.
I get it. I get it.
So, it was a lot of fighting, a lot of stuff going on, and I just felt like it was always a lot of trouble at home. So I didn't know how to express myself. I couldn't talk to nobody, so writing was my outlet. I was able to express myself on paper through poetry. I fell in love with it because they taught us about early poets and different types of poems. None that rhymed, the ones that do rhyme. And we would recite them, but it wasn't ours. They would just recite the poems that were already made. Eventually, I started making my own, and I started just growing to love it. And it felt like I could really express myself through writing, through poetry. That's all it was to me. I didn't think nothing else of it, and eventually it got to the point to where I started showing people my poems. So I showed him, and that's when he was like, bro, you should rap. And I was like, all right. It took him just to say that for me to be like, okay, I'll do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's get it done.
And at that point, I was trying to make beats already, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were producing for him to rap.
At that point, yeah, I was like, I need to get good so he can rap on my beats.
At what point? Now, so that's still all 14, right? You're 14 at this point.
Yeah. So
I'm probably 15 because it was like kind of later in the year.
Yeah.
So because school starts later, like around this time actually, right?
Right. Yeah,
And
around
so
August.
like a few months going. I was probably 15 by that point.
Okay.
So me being where I'm at, I didn't necessarily have my pops at those vital moments when we're like growing into teenagers, really trying to understand life, learning to fit in, learning what our character is. So I was kind of just tagging along with the older homies, seeing what they had going on. We were always outside being dumbass kids, like eventually it gets to the point to where like, okay, yeah, these are the homies I kick it with, but they kind of get into some shit that I don't necessarily want to associate with me. But, at the same time, a lot of their morals and a lot of the shit that they went through, everything, it kind of did show me a little bit at least of what it was to become a man at that time. And that was just not trying to let anybody tell you shit, like you don't need nobody, like, like it's like, man, what's up?
Right.
Like I don't care if you big as fuck, bro, let's go. I don't care. It's my name on the line. And like I said, we slowly, like, I'm just like, okay, I gotta find something because I don't want to do none of this thing that you guys are doing. My mama don't want that for me, and I also got siblings to take care of. So
Right.
slowly, I started getting into skating. I've always been loving it.
Monster, bro.
You say skating?
This
Yeah,
was
yeah.
a monster.
Like roller skating?
No, like
No,
skateboarding.
Yeah.
This
Man,
was a
before-
Different people say different things. Bro.
Yeah.
Before rapping, I wanted to be a professional skateboarder. I was really convinced. I was like, I could make it as a
I
pro
was gonna say,
skateboarder.
bro, like you kind of dress like a skateboarder.
Yeah.
Like and I mean that in a good way. So go ahead. You say you want to be a skater.
Yeah, so it was every day at the park, every day skating. That was keeping me out of trouble. Who knows where I would have been if I was not finding love in skateboarding. That itself was an expressing way. Like I really did get, like I said, I was a troubled kid and maybe I had a lot of anger built up, but all that energy was put into skating. I know energy to be hella emotional and mad,
Right.
So a lot of it's just like that, Eventually, I kind of just started leaning more into rapping. That's when it came into play. It's like, oh, okay, this is kind of like, I like this. It's kind of the same energy as skating, same world, same book, different page.
Right.
And that
It's I like that. I like that. That's
so
I was trying to let it breathe. I'm not gonna lie, but I was like, damn, that's kind of impressive. He's rapping right here, live and in action.
at this time, you know, like everything's happening so fast but so slow because we're kids. At the time, everything's happening so slow, but reality, it's happening fast. You know, it felt like just earlier, you know, I was like, yeah, let's go smoke weed. Let's go trip on these fools. You know, I was doing dumbass shit, bro, influenced by the media. And like, I was like, I was being with him a lot. And it's like, none of that was a factor no more. We were just rapping. We're just being, it gave us time to be kids, you know? And I wasn't like taking it serious as much. I was still being outside. I was still doing dumb shit with homies and whatnot. And just kind of going through what I had in life. But this connection that we had through this music stuff, as soon as he told me to start rapping, as soon as we started doing this every day, every night I was at his house after school, just fucking trying to make something, you know, like whatever we could do. Like there was times where nothing was happening, but there was times I could vividly remember where I'm in his kitchen, just, he's got the beat in the distance, you know, I'm just, he's locked in. I'm just in here snacking up, just chilling, you know, but like I hear it and then I hear something click and like hear him progressing throughout the days. Cause I remember like, bro, I think you're getting, I think this is it, man. And then we try it, but like looking back, obviously it was still not it.
It was not it.
But I vividly remember being like, "Oh, bro, this is it, man!" Like, okay,
There's
let's
many
go.
times we felt like that. Every time we put a song together, we're like, we're gonna fucking blow up.
Hell
This is the one.
That's how it should always
Yeah.
feel, bro. It should always feel. I tell artists this all the time, man. You got to put out your song, and you got to believe that it's the one. Most likely, statistically speaking, it's probably not,
Yeah.
right? But you never know because there are some that like I know you guys make more serious music than this, but Lil Nas X's Old Town Road, which by the way, I'm not trying to shit on that song. I enjoy it, but it's not serious, right?
Yeah.
That was released, if I'm not mistaken, 2 years before it actually blew up. So you never know which one. You got to believe that you think Steph Curry takes a shot and says, oh, that's probably not going to go in? Nah, bro, he's fucking putting it up. And in his brain's like, that's going in, even if it doesn't, right? So like you said, like at the time you're thinking, bro, this is the one. This is it. And you got to keep thinking that, you know? 1 second. I'm going to turn the mic up a little bit. So then at that point, is it SlowBurnCrew immediately? Or, okay, all right, so no. So how do you progress from, you know, cooking up beats and songs in the kitchen at the house to SlowBurnCrew? What's the progression there?
It's it stems from old school music. So many groups out, NWA, the Dog Pound, Wu-Tang Clan, what's the Firm? Man, it was like everybody, there was like so many groups back then, you know, De La Soul, A Tribe Called Quest, and it was like, dude, we got to make a group. Because at the time, I don't know, I feel like everybody was like rapping, you know, everybody was like, I could rap, you know, I could rap.
This was SoundCloud. This is like peak SoundCloud.
So 2016.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Continue.
So he had his homie, I had my homie, and we're just like, let's get together. Let's do it. Let's be Wu-Tang. Let's be NWA.
Okay.
And
so this is before SlowBurnCrew.
This is before
Yeah.
SlowBurn.
Okay.
This is before SlowBurn. So now we got the group, and now we're like, what do we call ourselves? Didn't even know. Like I think my first rap name was like, it was my first rap name I gave myself. I was like, I'm Ghost.
Ghost. Okay.
And that lasted like maybe a week. And my older cousin Mac G, actually, he's like, bro, you should be CJ.
CJ. Okay.
And I was like, and he's like, because when you were little, you would wear tank top and jeans, and I was dark too. No, I'm still dark, but maybe darker back then. And he's just like, and you look like CJ. San Andreas. And
all right.
but he's like, but C stands for confidential and J for Jaime. Like confidential Jaime, like you keep to yourself and whatnot. And I was like,
okay, that's the ball right there.
we spit it. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. I'm running with it.
Yeah.
And then I don't even remember what his first name was at the time.
Profound.
Profound.
Yeah.
But you were just producing at the time?
Yeah, that's my producer name.
Okay, producer was Profound. Okay.
So we got the names, and then I was like, okay, well, now we need a group name. Same cousin, he's like, Yosh be the Epidemics.
Is this the same hold on. Is this the same cousin that named you CJ?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. All right, so the Epidemics.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And we're like, we just liked it. It was like, okay, yeah, fuck it. Let's do
Hell
it.
yeah.
And he's like, it's kind of like I want to say he was relating it to a crew that Too Short had. I don't remember the name of it. Maybe the Voltron crew or
yeah.
I don't know what the name was exactly. That's a little past my time, but he had mentioned it was like a Too Short thing. And he's like, because you guys are like an epidemic that's about to happen. And I was like,
oh, okay. Does this guy, hold on, I gotta ask. Does this guy have kids?
No.
Damn, I was gonna say, what are his kids' names, bro? Like, I gotta know. This guy's really good at naming. He's got like, hey, you should name him Carpet. Why? Because this motherfucker will burn you if you get too close, bro.
Oh man.
Damn, bro. Okay.
Yeah, bro, that man, he like literally just speaks in like fucking poetry.
He doesn't even know it either. He just speaks.
Oh, he's not like intentionally trying to be profound?
No.
Okay.
No, when that in that situation, I assume yes, but like, it's Mac G. We see him like a lot. We see him like weekly.
Was he at the show?
Yeah, you met him, Mac G. Yep.
Oh shit! That's the same guy.
Mac G, yeah.
Oh my god! Now now it's all making sense.
Yep.
Connected. This is like the MCU. It's like when you figure out like two movies connect.
Yeah.
All right. So continue. So it's 2016, right? You guys formed the Epidemics.
Yeah.
Okay. So obviously we're in 2025. SlowBurnCrew. What happened?
All right, so I'll let Don take over the story a little bit, just because from here it's like Epidemics, and then like slowly, we're seeing it like, oh, he's not really in it. There's people getting mad, but like, why is he got hella songs out? Like, bro, because he's coming here every day.
I see what you're saying.
You're not putting in work. You're not putting songs out. He's coming in here every day trying to put songs out.
Got it.
Yeah, we were doing it. At that point, we had some projects out on SoundCloud already. Everything was SoundCloud. We'd like make a song and release it that night because SoundCloud, you do whatever you want.
Hell yeah.
And then everybody was making music. Everybody was writing. But at that point, I was trying to be the sole producer and my beats were whack. And people, I think part of it was like, the beats are whack. Like the beats aren't speaking to us,
Okay.
And then people were writing on their own as well. I was recording. And I think just life, bro, people were just like, I don't think I want to do this,
It's not like connecting to them.
Exactly.
Okay.
And we were like every day, that is not an exaggeration. Every day we're in my room creating something, trying to do something. And, no fault to their own. They have their own responsibilities, their own life. And then eventually one guy stopped showing up. There was a falling out or something, just like immature, children.
Right. Is this still 2016? Is it all in a year?
I don't even.
It has to be. No, yeah, it really was within that year, because by 2017, it was just me and him already.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this happens and we're like, you know what? It's okay. We had a feeling maybe it ended up just being us two from the beginning. Not from the beginning, because when we first started, we're like, oh, yep, this is it. We're going up.
Right.
And then just so slowly, it's like he told me, I remember distinctly, he said, I think it's going to be just us at the end. And I was like,
this is before Epidemics.
No, this is during Epidemics.
During Epidemics.
And I was
okay,
like, man, okay. I mean, if it is what it is. I'm not mad at it. And that's what happened. And then at that point, we were still the Epidemics, but we had grown a lot personally, just matured a little bit. And we're like, we need to rebrand something that's ours, solely ours, that nobody has touched. Everything is just us two. And then that's when we were like, all right, we need a group name. And freaking, how long did that take? It
took forever.
We would meet up and just like write names.
Didn't ask Mac G this time?
Nah, this needed to be us.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
We just wrote it for names after name after name. And then just like one day, I think I seen a rapper. I forgot which brand it is. It might have been a Phillies one. Cause I mean,
oh yeah,
this fool was on Phillies.
By the time we're Epidemics. Even a little before that, I had already had a very fond love of marijuana.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, okay, fair enough. Yeah.
And
So,
and
we're
it
in California. It's fine to say.
yeah,
that.
and it was swishers all the time. Swishers. I loved them. And everybody hated them. Fuck you. I love swishers. Don't smoke
Respect,
it,
bro.
then. It's mine.
Never change.
And then a while I was like, let's be different, man. I'm gonna go out my way. I'm gonna smoke the shit that nobody smokes. So I was diving into Optimos, the White Owls, and then I landed on the Phillies, and I was like, I'm the Philly guy. And I think
we made
Okay.
a song about it too.
yeah. And on the package, even on the White Owls too, it says right there, slow burn.
Slow burn. And I remember when I was making the Phillies cover art, because I got a picture of the rapper, and I was making the cover art, and I seen Slow Burn, and then I just texted him, SlowBurnCrew, and he said,
That's it.
and then and he's like, it was right in front of us the whole time. And I was
I
like,
mean,
yep.
that's how some of the best shit ever forms together, bro. I love that you guys built it around something that you guys like, right? So I have to. You said you wrote like probably hundreds of names, right? Is there anything that it almost was?
Nah.
Nothing?
Everything
Nothing
was
came
like,
close?
we just did it, and we're just like, yeah. Everything was like,
Okay. Because I'm curious if it was like you guys almost named yourself like Autobots or like some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
No, because it couldn't be nothing like that. The Epidemics felt so confined to a sound and a look. It felt dark, red, like angry, powerful. And we wanted something that was more open to interpretation. We can mold it to something that we could create,
Okay.
you know?
Okay. So now at this point, I'm sticking to the timeline, right?
Okay.
So at this, what year is it that you come up with?
It has to be like 2018 or something.
yeah.
2018.
2018. So we're moving quick. So 2016, start putting out songs on SoundCloud with the Epidemics. By 2017, you guys are Epidemics, just you two. And then 2018, SlowBurnCrew.
Yep.
Okay. Now we're in 2025.
Yeah.
Okay. I know. Well, dude, time moves fast, bro. Time moves hella fast. How many projects have you guys put out as SlowBurnCrew between 2018 to 2025?
So what was that first one?
The first SlowBurnCrew project,
Ground Zero?
it was Ground Zero. Yeah,
Ground Zero. I like
Ground
that.
Zero tapes.
That was the first one, and then from there it was
I don't even know, because we were doing Ground Zero tapes for a while. That was like the original Frequent Flyers, like the seed of an idea.
I was about to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Is Shoot a Baby? Or not yet? Was yours after Hollywood's Burning? Or before? Yours
it
was
was
before.
after.
It was after?
Yeah, because I made that when I was already.
Oh, we need
living
to tell them
alone.
about our name changes at this point.
Oh yeah, and then
Okay.
so I was like, I can't be CJ no more. That's just like, it just didn't feel like me. Yeah.
In 2018 as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I went through a name change too. I was trying to figure out what the fuck to name myself. I ended up landing on a nickname that I got from childhood. You know, my tias, my grandma, they all called me this nickname. It was Chuta.
Chuta? Okay.
Yeah, like, well, it's Chuta. It was Chuta. But
Chuta Nene.
Chuta Nene.
For the audience, what does that mean?
Chuta Nene. So my grandma, she was like, I was like her baby, you know? Like, this is my grandma on my dad's side. And I would get scared a lot, like, as a child. She was like, and like, she would tease me about it, you know? She was like, oh, Chuta Nene. Like saying, like, asusta el nene. Like saying, it scares the baby.
Right, yeah.
You know? And I told my mom's side of the family, they all clowned me for days. Clown me. They're just laughing. Chuta. Oh, hell no.
Chuta.
Yeah. So they just called me Chuta, and that name just stuck forever. You know, you go to a family function now, you're still going to have like two of my tias be like, hey, Chuta. Hey, what's up, Chuta?
It's just a name at that point.
Yeah. It's so I was like, it's close to home. It's me. There you go. That's my name, Chuta.
Okay. So, but obviously you're Mage now.
Yeah.
Right. We'll get to that in a second.
We'll get to that.
So
yeah.
you were prolific.
Profound. I was
Profound.
profound. Yeah. I was profound. And at this point, I was getting good at the beats. And I wanted to like kind of expand like brand wise releasing music. But I found another guy on SoundCloud that had a big following already named Profound. And I was like, all right, I can't be Profound. And then I was like, damn it. I like that name. So at that point, I just went with my initials, IMF, my actual initials. And then I was IMF for a long time. And this was still before SlowBurnCrew. And then by the time we were SlowBurnCrew, I changed my name to my name that was my name for a long time, which was No Shortage.
No Shortage.
Yeah, that was my name for a long time.
And why is that?
I just thought it sounded cool.
Hell yeah.
You know, I was brainstorming and I just remember I seen the word shortage. I'm like, ooh, that looks cool. So I wrote it down and I would just write shortage down over. And I'm like, something different is going to happen when I write shortage. I was just writing shortage down. And then one day I just put no shortage. And I was like, that's it. That's the one.
No shortage. No shortage of heat.
Exactly.
That's respect, man. So now you guys start making music. So name change. You guys start making music.
Shortage and Shooter.
Shortage and Shooter.
Yeah.
Okay. 2018 at this point. Okay. Pandemic hits.
Let's not even go there yet.
We're not even going there.
Because that was like those years before the pandemic were super fundamental. We were literally building our sound. People were starting to be like, oh, okay, they got their own thing going on. Yeah. They're not like anybody else.
And at this point, we were already shooting our own videos, mixing and mastering ourselves. Obviously, everything's in-house produced. Yeah.
So between 2018 and 2020, when you say people are starting to recognize, are we talking about like on Twitter, on Instagram,
in person?
Local.
Oh, local. So like Atwater.
Atwater,
Turlock,
9 areas.
Modesto, Tracy.
How are you guys getting your name out there?
We were just working.
We're just posting on Instagram, bro. Every day we're posting something. Like low quality post, a cover, and just music, a screen recording of SoundCloud. Just some shitty video we took off a camera that we had, you know.
Right.
Our phones at the time, not even like the iPhones weren't even that good yet. We're in my like a Google Pixel I had, I think. And we would just go out to the parks, do videos. We didn't know how to sync up audio, but we were out there doing it.
Just making it work.
I want to intervene here too. I want to say Dubtown Rob was a big impact in our...
But that was Epidemics.
Yeah. But I'm saying, Dubtown Rob, he was the one tapped in everywhere.
That's true.
And he was the one saying like, oh, these young cats, man, they got it. We
got to go back
He saw what it was.
He saw the vision.
He saw what it was before what it was.
Yep.
So he was telling people, even if people were like, yeah, all right, I guess. You know, eventually they're like, oh, I see what you was talking about. Back then, I see what you was talking about. But he was like tapped in. So if anybody heard about us, it was probably through him.
Yeah. But not shocking them.
No,
that was independent.
I don't even know how they got a hold of us, but
they must have been through many.
Oh yeah. There was this homie.
We met NCR Visuals in Turlock. He is a videographer that reached out to us, and we had dropped. What project was Appetite on?
It wasn't even a project.
It was a single.
It's single.
This was still Epidemics, just us two when we met NCR Visuals. He shot a video for us, and this was the first time we paid for a video, and it was a videographer.
Okay.
And he was hella cool, bro. He's just hella chill. He's a great guy. To this day, he's a good friend.
Nice.
And he introduced us to another artist in the area named Ivy Shocker, right?
Yeah.
And at that point, Ivy Shocker in Turlock was running a Cypher Factory.
Yeah.
Cypher Factory. And he asked us to be on it, so I produced it, and he was rapping on it. And then that's how we met Shark and Kevy, or not even Kevy to LA,
not Kevy yet.
Not to LA.
Yeah.
So who is Kevy before?
We'll get to that.
Okay, got you. All right.
Okay, so
I like this timeline shit.
So we meet Shock. This was still Epidemics.
Yeah, this is still Epidemics.
So this is like, we're still going out there. Whoever would have us, artistically, creatively, we were there. So that's I guess that's how we got our name out. You just meeting people.
So what year did the pandemic hit? I don't know.
2020.
That's when it real hit hard, yeah.
So we were out in LA in COVID?
Yeah, we're in LA in COVID, bro. Okay, wait.
Oh, you guys moved to LA?
No.
Oh, I was like, damn.
I was just trying to get the timelines right, but go ahead.
So we meet them towards the end of Epidemics.
Yeah.
We become SlowBurnCrew. Everyone's like, ooh, okay. The people that we've met are like, oh, hey, they're Rebrand. You know, they're fucking with it. And we just kept working. And then this must be 2019. By that point, we're just keep working.
We're just
the same people, the same network, you know, within the same network. And then we go to LA.
Not just yet. Oh, wait. No, not just yet. Not just yet.
Okay.
We actually have a show before we go to LA.
Oh, Jomi.
So the homie Jomi,
From Tracy.
I don't remember how we got tapped in with him. It had to have been through the same circle because he was already fucking with them.
It had to be through Shock. Just like, you know how social media, everything's connected. So if you follow this guy, you find out about. It had to have been something like that.
Yeah, so very talented guy.
Yep.
We met him. He
Jomi.
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 Yeah.
Jomi.
Journey of my imagination.
Oh, okay.
Very talented, very dope individual. Love his music. And we got tapped in with him. And then next you know, the first show ever comes up. And it's because of him. He's like, open up. And I was like, whoa. Performing is here.
Yeah.
What year is this?
It had to be right before pandemic.
Yeah.
2019.
It had to be. It had to
Okay.
be. That's the only time I could think of it being.
And at that time, we had this banger, Float.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That was like, I don't know if I made that track specifically for performing.
Nah, because we were in your mom's garage.
Yeah.
It was us and Oso.
Oh, yeah. We were just making music, you know, and some of them just really stuck. And that one was like really call and response to the crowd.
Yeah.
There was a lot of music we had, and we were just, we're showing it for the first time on the stage. And I was nervous, of course, because at that time he wasn't really rapping either.
I was in the back. I was doing live beats.
He was up there with me. Don't get me wrong.
You were making beats live for him to rap on.
I was like triggering stuff, yeah.
Oh,
but
damn.
they were pre-made.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean? I just wanted to be involved.
But that's phenomenal.
So we're up there, and this is the moment I'm like, okay, this is dope. This is dope. I went up there.
Yep.
And we did great. There was no shortage of greatness. If I may.
Bar.
2019, no shortage of greatness. I see what you did.
And by this point, we already had the branding and we had papers, custom papers. We passed out slow burn papers. We passed them out to the crowd. Everyone was like, "Oh shit!" Everyone was hyped on it. You know,
the merch, the rebrand.
Yeah.
Right. That's sick. So that's 2019. You
oh
guys
wait, we didn't even answer your question. How many projects we have?
Oh yeah, we were doing singles. I remember now.
Okay.
It was a bunch of singles. We did one Express Lane EP.
Ooh, that's what it was. Because we were. I'm not even gonna tease that yet. We have this idea, and we had an Express Lane EP. We had everybody on it. It was great. All of our local people from like Atwater, Merced, Manteca. That we had like a
network of people,
a coalition. You know.
Yeah.
And
I love tapes like that, bro.
So it was awesome. That was our biggest one at that point. Everything before that was singles.
Yeah. That was like the point where I was like, okay, these are songs that are good. We could play them. Like there's like the homegirls at work are like, okay, you know. And that's when I knew I was like, I got a little something.
Yeah.
Tastemakers, right?
Right.
So there you go. So I was like, we're going in the right direction.
100%.
So we do Express Lane EP. And then it's Chuda Baby?
No, not yet. And then it's Hollywood's Burning.
Ooh.
Hollywood Bunny?
Hollywood's Burning.
Oh, Hollywood's Burning.
That was our first album.
Okay.
And then, but we haven't gone to Shocks yet at that point?
Not yet.
Okay. So at that point, we have Express Lane EP. And then we're like, we had a few songs off this project. And I don't remember who came up with that name or how we got to that name. But we're like, we need to go to LA to finish the album.
Yeah, that was just a feeling you guys got.
Oh, wait, you know what? We did do singles with Shock. So we did go to LA.
Yeah, before that, right?
Before that, we went to LA because he's like, oh, he moved to LA.
Right.
And it was so dope to be like, dude, he's out in LA making it happen. He's got the studio. They're making it. It was a big inspiration.
Shout out to Ivy Shock.
Shout out Ivy Shock, Kevy. Content, NTR, the whole Open Studios. They were like, man, that was mad inspiration. I was like, okay, all right. And then they said, like, y'all got to come out here.
Yep.
We're like, okay, yeah, we'll do it. That was such a trip for us to be like, yeah, let's go to LA. So we went, made a couple singles with them too.
That was a great time, man. We met Content. He was crazy, but it was just day and night, just making music.
That's crazy, bro. How'd that feel?
Oh,
it felt right, bro. It was just, this is exactly where we should be right now.
We had a moment where we're like, bro, should we just
move
everything
here?
Else and move here?
Yeah, we've thought about it.
What stopped you from doing that?
Monetary stuff.
Monetary stuff? I mean, hold on. Pump the brakes. I'm not in nobody's pockets, right? I know people in LA who work either part-time jobs or whatever, and they get like a 1-bedroom apartment. They get hella roommates, and it's just like a bunch of air mattresses all over the place, bro.
That's kind of what they were doing.
That's what,
But they had rooms though.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
actually it was a sick ass house.
It was.
Whew.
So I also think that a big part of it was like we just weren't willing to sacrifice family. We weren't willing to
I see what you're
sacrifice
saying.
the loved ones at home. Like, nah, we got to stay home. Like, we can make it happen at home.
That's
we don't have to come
because we
I
did have that
respect that.
conversation. We're like, okay, if we move there, then what? Now we're in LA. Freaking, that's such a big pool to stand out in. We haven't even touched the local cities yet. So we decided to stay ultimately.
Man, before we go back to your story, I just want to talk to everybody out there. LA, of course, is LA, right? But I think what you guys do is very important. I was going to save this for the end. I think what you guys do is very important because a lot of people can build hometown equity. I'm not talking about necessarily just money, but like imagine what you guys can do for the city of Atwater, for the city of Merced, for the city of Turlock, just by bringing your own name recognition. People go out there to see you guys, right? Me and my wife came out to see your guys' show, right? Met a bunch of different people that we probably would have never seen by the algorithm. Maybe we would have found another way, but the algorithm doesn't promote stuff like that. They promote the big accounts. They promote the content that people are already watching versus like discovering new artists. Like you guys making that decision, to me, it says a lot about your guys' character, right? So this is 2020 when you guys made that decision to stay, right?
Must have been around there.
Yeah. It was a little before 2020.
Yeah, by this point, we had already gone with IB Shocker to LA, came back, and then revisited LA to do Hollywood's
This
Burning.
time, it was on our own time.
Airbnb, for fuck's sake.
Airbnb in South Central. Thinking we're like, oh, we about to go to Hollywood, record a tape in Hollywood. We end up in South Central because we didn't really do the research on the Airbnb.
Okay.
But that's fine.
Nice Airbnb, though.
It was a nice Airbnb. You go outside, you're like, oh, yep. This was like Friday.
I thought you meant like, you meant the movie Friday.
Yeah,
right? Okay, got it. All right.
Yeah, so we're in there with a whole bunch of our homies, Mac G, Surgeon LD. Also, who else was there? Silo was there. A lot of great homies. Minnie was there. A lot of great homies that we're still homies with to this day. Great people, great artists. And we were just all in there, really just cultivating music, creating energy. And that's when we did Hollywood's Burning.
And Loudpack.
And Loudpack. Similar to the Express Lane EP, we just wanted to have a project where everybody had a part in. Whether it's skits, features, the homie will come by and do 4 bars.
Yeah.
And they're not even mad at it.
Bro, that is the best kind of music making that goes on. It's like, shout out Jordan Kyle. He has like these artist camps that he does from time to time with 30 Wonder. Shout out 30 Wonder. And it's like people get together and just start making music, bro. Like what you're talking about, like, hey, like you got a line here or you want to spit 4 bars there, maybe 2 bars. You're on a hook, you on a verse, maybe a skit. So that's what you guys were doing at this Airbnb. That's fire, man.
So we do that. Hollywood's Burning. We come back home, finish it at home. We release it. And that was kind of what started the Slow Burn universe. Like, that's from that.
The Slow Burn universe.
Yeah.
The SBU.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We have homies who are always like, bro, you guys are like like you said earlier, the MCU. Like,
hell yeah.
You stay towards the end, you might see a little something to the next one.
Yeah. That's fire, bro.
We did, like, that's literally what started the universe of what we had going on. That's the fucking brainchild of Slow Burn. That Hollywood's Burning is Slow Burn. You hear that, you're going to hear a lot of Frequent Flyers 3 now. You hear that, you hear a lot of the shit we've been doing.
That's a perfect segue. First of all, if y'all have or have not listened to Frequent Flyers 3, that is a tongue twister for me again, go listen to Hollywood's Burning by SlowBurnCrew. SBU, the SB universe, bro. All right. Frequent Flyers 3.
Yeah.
Obviously, there are 2 before two beforehand.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to because now we're connecting the 2020 EP to Frequent Flyers 3. Before we even get to talking about the album, what do you think has changed between you guys as artists, between Hollywood's Burning and I'm just going to call it FF3?
Wait, can you say the question again?
It's all good. What do you think what has changed with you as an artist between Hollywood's Burning and Frequent Flyer 3?
That's such a good question.
You go first.
You go first.
We'll go at the same time.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
I think that's
Well, I kind of want to know because you're still.
I could talk
You're
about it.
IMF at this point.
No, I'm shortage.
You're
No
shortage. Sorry, you're
No
shortage at
yeah.
this point. So you got to make the switch to Donnie, right?
Yeah,
so,
yeah, that's true. And he's got to actually switch to Mage.
Right.
So at this point, Hollywood's Burning is when I started rapping. That's when I started rapping. And I didn't want to rap. That was not in my cards, in my mind at all. He told me, I remember, he's like, everybody's on it. You need to be on it too. So he wrote me a verse. And I was like, okay. So I spit that verse. And it's still there, obviously. And then from that point, I just been writing, just like, because I mean, once I decided I'm going to rap, I was like, I got a lot of catching up to do, dude. He's got like, at that point, maybe like 6-7 years on me.
Right.
You know? So I was just kind of like in a boot camp. It felt like just getting through all the bullshit when you start writing.
Trust me, I get it.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I had to realize I don't have to put any of this out. So I was just writing a whole bunch of nonsense. Things I did like and didn't like, or just like, whatever, I'm just going to throw it away. And so that's when I started writing. And then I just kept writing and I kept producing. And then it was just like, wow, dude, you're making me think about it. It was such a blur because we had that. And then we went to Loud Pack Volume 2.
Yeah.
That was a big one. And then we had Frequent Flyers Volume 3. So you're saying our evolution?
Yeah. Like if you had to put it in like a sentence
I got
or two, how did you change as an artist?
Every single way. Maturity, confidence, the way I present myself, the music I make, the music I want to make, my perspective on life. Even verses I have now are like a couple years old that are out. I'm like, this is not even how I see the world anymore, you know? So it's interesting in that way too.
I respect that. Now, Mage, you had some changes too?
Yeah. So for me, it was like 2021 hit. We're still doing this. We're still putting out projects because the momentum is going. Dubtown Rob hosts a No Filter Fest 2022. And that fucking shipped us off because it's like other people saw what we did and they're like, no, we need you to come over here. Oh, we need you to come out here. So everything just kept coming. I was like, okay, well, we got to keep the momentum up.
Yeah.
We got to keep doing these projects. We did the low end. We did the lower end. That's the deluxe to the low end.
Yeah.
Met a lot of cool people. We met the underdogs. They were really dope and really fundamental part of our growth as well. Soul really put us like he didn't have to shoot us videos. He didn't have to work with us, but he believed in us he loved the vision that we had. And he helped us out. He really got us going on some visual shit. And not even just that, just putting us in rooms with his camp and his circle.
Yep.
Just going to shows with them, you know, really
learning how they maneuver their business.
Yeah.
Because they're a group in themselves, you know?
Yeah, right.
So, I mean, that was a big vital part in our growth as well.
So, all while that's happening, man, life hits like a fucking truck sometimes.
That's true.
So I'm going through shit myself. You know, I've been on my own since I was 18. I moved back to my mom's house maybe like a half a year. But aside from 18 years, I was been on my own. I moved out, got kicked out. Actually, I had to move out. Hey, I was like, my mom was like, fuck out of here. I was like, bet. Slept in my car for that day. The next day, my cousin Mac G, he took me in, man. Shout out Mac G once again. I can't say that enough.
Shout out
to
Mac G.
Took me in, kind of showed me a little bit more steps in becoming a man a little bit. So shit's happening in my life. You know, I get into some more bullshit, some more dumb shit, not taking life serious, but just trying to stay afloat, you know? More shit's happening. More Chuda at that moment is like it's fucking like, whoa, it's Chuda, baby. Yeah, I didn't give a fuck about anything. I was doing drugs. I was drinking.
Sure.
I was not in a good spot in my life. I had a real problem with just finding validation in women that just don't like Like, I literally don't have to be here, trying to be with these women and whatnot. But like,
I get it.
I was down bad.
Been there.
I had a real strong woman in my corner. I put it to the side because I was like, I want to be a rapper. I want to be on some fuck shit. I'm gonna live life. I'm gonna be fucking crazy. Man, that shit put me in the worst state of mind of my life. I came back to being better myself. I started maturing more. And it was like, okay, now that I'm more mature, I'm not Chuda no more. Chuda's a child. Child doesn't know what he wants. I came up with Mage because it's literally my name. My name is Jaime. I switched J and M. It's Mage. Even the fool, Mage Monroe. Monroe is also my last name, Moreno. Just switch the words around, the letters. So I was like, it's me. That's it.
That's fire, bro.
And like I had said before, it's also like Mage, like the magician whatnot, but that's not what I associated with. It's like Mage because short for major, but nothing short of major. Everything major.
Nothing short of major. No shortage of majors, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So, first of all, I appreciate y'all sharing your story. Now, I feel like we're ready. Obviously, there's so much to cover between, Hollywood's Burning and Frequent Flyers 3. But what I really want to know is Frequent Flyers 3.
Yeah.
Okay. What was your goal with this project?
I got you. Frequent Flyers 3 is definitely our most ambitious album to date.
Okay.
It was not meant to be, but it slowly became that over time. Frequent Flyers was meant to be a drop a 4-piece, keep it pushing. Drop a 4-piece, keep it pushing. Volume 3 was simply going to be 1 and 2 put together, dropped as an album. And then he came to me with the idea of like, I think it could be bigger. So he's like, I choose these ones and I choose these ones. And we make 4 new ones to make a new set of work. And I was like, I like that.
That's fire.
So we started working on the 4 new ones. And that took months of work, making songs that didn't work. We're like, this is not, we're at this point, we're holding ourselves to a different level of quality. We cannot release mediocrity, At this level, we're like, this is what we do. This is who we are. It needs to be presented that way. This is not amateur hour anymore. We're full blown.
It's game time.
Professionalism, quality over quantity. We need to bring a story to people. They need to be involved in us, involved in this slow burn universe. Obviously, there's people that already with us this whole time, but it needs to be a good entrance door for new people to come in. So that was the mission of the album.
Yeah, so just like he said, we were just dropping. And then it's like, no, this one, it's got to be different. We got to, like he said, we got to put everything that we learned from when we started to now, not just in music, not just in marketing, not just in anything that we've done, but life. Because with our music, it's always been life, real life. We never made songs that were just bullshit. We were just like, at one point, there were songs where I was like, bitches, fucking.
Bitches,
Oh,
fucking. I like that. That already has a fucking flow to it. Bitch, fucking, bitch.
So we.
It's crazy.
So if you guys, when you guys do get a chance to listen to Frequent Flyers 3, it's not just an experience. You take those songs, you might take it with a grain of salt, but really dive into each line, and it's our life on the line right there. Every line is life related.
Yep. You know what's crazy? Man, we've been working on this album for so long.
How long exactly?
It had to be from the inception of it, maybe close to 10 months.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, a long time. And then I came up with a genius idea. Actually, it's a great idea. I really love this idea.
Oh, you were being sarcastic.
Yeah,
God.
But it extended the project time. I was like, because I wanted to drop a beat tape as well. And I had a storyline connected. I wrote out for the beat tape of an airline that you're on an airplane, and it's like a cheap ass airline, and you waited hours to get on this airline, and you finally get on, and then the pilot says, we have a problem with the engines, everybody needs to get off. But secretly, it's a plan to ingest everyone on the airplane with the new strain of marijuana.
This has got to be the highest idea I've ever heard. I love it. I'll just say, it's like, but secretly, everyone's getting high as fuck.
Yes.
Yeah, I like it.
So that was the story. And then obviously we have frequent flyers. And I was like, I pitched this to him. I was like, I want to connect them.
I mean, plane,
exactly.
flyer, yeah.
So frequent flyers is the aftermath. The story of the frequent flyers volume 3 is the aftermath of the Flight Risk beat tape. That's out already.
Damn.
Yep.
Damn. Check out the aftermath.
Flight Risk
mixtape.
Beat tape.
Mixtape.
It's all good. Yeah.
Hold on, all right. One more time. Go ahead and plug it.
So, and then he has a project with Surgeon LD. And he's like, I'm going to connect my project to your beat tape.
So it's like a fucking shit, the trifecta.
Exactly. So you pitched that one.
Here we go again with the MCU shit.
Hell yeah. I like it.
By the way, we love Marvel movies.
I love it.
Hell yeah.
Like,
what's your favorite character?
Man, Loki.
Loki, that's a good one.
You?
Just love his fucking
Donnie?
character development.
In specifically Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Yeah.
I really love the arc they gave Iron Man.
I was about to say, bro, for me, it's either Iron Man or, I'm not gonna lie, I hated the Spider-Man.
It's fine.
Huh?
It's fine.
But I love his sacrifice at the end of the third movie. This is not an interview about that. I'm just saying, like, for me, it's Spider-Man. But go ahead.
So,
I'm
trying to curate this tape to fit the storyline. I'm making a EP with my homie Surgeon, our homie Surgeon, real dope, talented artist,
crazy lyricist,
super hip hop,
next level,
Surgeon.
Shout out Surgeon.
Shout out Surge. And
it's Surge.
We were making some real. Okay, so there's also a point in my life where I shifted myself, and I used to not be a believer, but I since then came a long way, and I'm a firm believer in Jesus Christ, and he really came into my life, and it really changed my life a lot.
I love your trajectory, by the way, but I love both of your guys' stories, but I love how you're talking about like your vulnerability, you were troubled, right? And now you're talking about you're a believer, man. It's crazy. I'm like, dude, how much work is this guy fucking involved, bro? Like,
it's endless, dude.
Oh, man, you don't even know.
Right.
Yeah.
We just touched like bases.
I know,
So me and him, Serge and LD, also a very, very Christ believer. We came together to make a very spiritual album on our growth and our belief, and it was just so dope because we've been homies forever, and this is our first body of work together. And I'm glad that we waited this long to make this piece of art, to fall into this story. It's called Thank You for Your Patience.
Thank you for your patience, okay.
And it takes place right before everybody gets on to their journey to the Frequent Flyers Lounge as they wait for the plane to be fixed.
Okay.
We are in line for the plane. Surgeon plays the character of being anxious. He's like, I've never flown before. I don't even know. I'm nervous. I was like, chill out, bruh. Chill out. We gonna have fun. It's vacation time. And, and the tape itself, it tells a lot of, you just got to listen to it. You got to listen to it. It's dope. Leads into Flight Risk, leads into Frequent Flyers 3.
I love just the thought. I don't care who you are out there, if you listen to hip hop or not. People who are passionate about their projects to the point where they create a world, they create a story, that shows that you care about your art. That shows that you care about your craft. I really do respect the work that you guys do. We've covered so much ground, right? I have to ask you guys each. I hope it's not the same answer, okay?
Okay.
I want you to pick, if everyone listening who hasn't heard of SlowBurnCrew, if they had to listen to only one song off Frequent Flyers 3 to become a fan, what is it? What is it? I'm going to start, Donnie, I got to start with you.
If you want to hear something that is unequivocally SlowBurnCrew and our braveness in the genre and our vulnerability, you listen to the title track, Frequent Flyers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the vulnerability piece.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's other vulnerable tracks on there, but This one, shout out to Dripwork, man. He produced this beat. He's from Merced. He unintentionally, actually, I don't know because he sent you the beat, but that beat just captures the essence of us as a group.
I
and
like
the
that.
experimentalness of it. If you go back and listen, you'll hear a lot of experimental things we were doing,
Mhm.
mixing genres, and I think that's a great example of us.
Okay. Mage?
I want to say, listen to DTST.
That's a good one too.
For one, well, the beat was from the homie Versailles.
Shout
out
out to
Versailles. He's out in Oregon now, but we were all in 209 area ourselves. I want to say that one because in terms of substance, it's so like, because we've been working so hard. It's in our blood. We're Mexican.
I feel it.
We're going to work for what we got to get. So it's a real hustle ass song. And it's on some fly shit. It's bouncy. It's fun. Our flows are very, very, a lot of people say it's like hyphy, you know? But we're not necessarily trying to be hyphy. That's just what we're doing. That's just, we like to have fun ourselves. We like to move. We like to get groovy with the crowd. Not to say we were trying to make it for a performance song. It just happens to be that we perform that when it goes nuts.
Mm-hmm.
The substance of the lyrics, it really goes in to show like, oh, yeah, that's like, you know, he's saying like, oh, starting at 14 or starting at 13, you know, selling sneakers at the box truck. You know, he's been working at the flea market since he was a little one.
I grew up in the flea market.
Grew up in the flea market.
Same thing with me. You know what I'm saying? Mama handed me that Mika when I was 14. You know, my family crossed the border just to make it to the waters. You know, shout out. When I say the waters, I'm not necessarily meaning like, you know, on the waters across. That's Atwater. You know, we're calling it the waters.
The waters. I like that. Okay.
And shout out to homie Kenta. He's actually the first one who said that. So I was like, I'm taking that.
Yep.
Taking that.
Kenta.
Thank you.
Hey, he goes by Kenta now, right? Kenta exclamation point. He's in Japan now, but man, he is one of the best lyricists and artists I've ever heard.
Okay.
And continue to hear.
Shout out Kenta.
Kenta.
Exclamation point.
Exclamation point.
So
many shout outs, by the way.
Hey, man, we wouldn't be here without any of those people we mentioned in our story.
True.
Really, they've been fundamental to our growth. But like I was saying, DTST, if you really want to hear that hustle, really want to hear our workflow, it's in our song.
Yeah.
Our pride from our city, our pride from our area, not just Atwater, 209 in general. A lot of people relate to it. There's people who are 209, but they're in SAC. They tell us like, man, I bumped that. That's that 209
Shout out
shit.
to Jada Kaz, man.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm referring to.
That's fire.
And same thing with just being coming from an immigrant family and putting in that work and just the struggles that we had as children that made us the men we are today. So that's why I say that one's my favorite.
I respect that, man. What's next for SlowBurnCrew?
I guess you just gotta wait and find out. Come join the family. Tune in. Shoot us a follow. We're accepting everybody just as much as we would accept our cousins, our little cousins, our aunts, our uncles, our grandma, everybody's family once you come and join the SlowBurnCrew family.
You gotta come to a show though.
You gotta come
to
That's the initiation.
That's where you're gonna feel like, now I feel like I'm part of SlowBurnCrew.
I love what y'all do. I've said it throughout the entire interview, but I really do appreciate the integrity. I appreciate the family aspect. I appreciate how hard you guys worked. You guys started from one group. A lot of people don't make it past the one group. A lot of people say, man, if they gave up, why should I keep going? And you guys kept going. You reinvented yourself. You grew as people, and it shows in your art, man. I really do appreciate that. Another thing that they can't see, their show is so inviting. It's one of the only shows I've been to from upcoming artists where a lot of people will gather the crowd closer, and I love when everyone does that. But what y'all did was you invited the audience to rap lyrics with you. So I want to say, shout out SlowBurnCrew. Keep doing what you're doing. Please let the people know. We said at the beginning, I want to say at the end, let us know where they can follow you guys individually and also SlowBurnCrew.
You can follow SlowBurnCrew everywhere. SlowBurnCrew. It's easy. Just like that, you can follow me at It's Just Donnie everywhere.
DONI.
DONI. That's true. People always misspell it. DONI.
You can follow me at Mage.Monroe. Mage.Monroe. MAIJE. Mage.Monroe. Follow us on SlowBurnCrew. You can find that anywhere. You type that in on the internet. You could even put SlowBurnCrew.com. I promise you, you'll be to the right place.
SlowBurnCrew.com, you'll find everything you need to find right there.
So much. Thank you guys so much for coming to the show. Please, right now, stop what you're doing. Go listen to Frequent Flyers 3 by SlowBurnCrew. Shout out to the Waters. Shout out y'all.
Hey, man, before we do get up out of here, though, I do want to say thank you for having us. We appreciate your invite. We appreciate your aspect on how you do everything. It's so, we can tell that you're really passionate about it too. You know, you're saying how we're passionate about it, but man, the passion you carry with communicating through us, everything, I feel like you have fucking, where's the teleprompter?
Right, yeah, that's our,
like, you're so good at conducting yourself in this matter, like a journalist almost. I don't know exactly what falls in journalism, but I want to say thank you for having us. It was a dope experience. We really felt, I really felt welcome. I can't speak for another man, but I feel really welcome. Felt really awesome to have this conversation with you today. You took us through memory lane, and man.
I mean, that means a lot to me, man. I do want to say, not for me, but for people in general, the world needs more media that isn't focused on salacious bullshit, right? Like, and I get it. Like, the thing that goes viral sometimes can feed your family and change your life. Trust me, I get it. I want to feed my family and change my life too. But what's important about conversations like this is when I see two young men with a goal, with a mission, and they involve their community, to me, it's a no-brainer to talk to you guys, get to know your story so that anyone watching can get to know that too. So I really do appreciate that, but I wouldn't be who I am without people like you guys giving me that hope. So thank you again. And remember, Frequent Flyers 3 by I gotta do it again. Frequent Flyers 3 by SlowBurnCrew is out now on all digital DSPs.
If you really love us, support us on Bandcamp.
Hey, and if you really, really love us, buy a CD. We got CDs. Come on, don't play with us.
Buy some merch. Buy some CDs right here. Bong! Bong. Yo.